Hello YouTube. Back to Antarctica we need to go. I found out another confirmation of the reports that I've collected with the help of Philip Mantle for our book Russia's USO Secrets and for some other research that I've undertaken. Again, Russian Antarctica is a place of secrets, just like the whole continent is. But this is a very interesting story and let's say an unexpected confirmation of my research. So let's get to it, and hopefully we will find out more as the years go by. It was a person by the name of Lev Novoselsky who told Tyumensky Izvestia newspaper on April of 2016 his account of the UFOs in Antarctica. But it wasn't him who had been witnessing UFOs, but his friend that he knew for many years, who had studied with him, and then he joined the KGB, or was asked by the KGB to work for them. When they studied together in a Soviet scientific institution, Alexei was always interested in high-tech information technology and related fields, so I guess he was good enough to be asked to work for the KGB, where he still does work, according to Lev Novoselsky. Years later, they met in Sochi, and Novoselsky, who was already retired, talked to Alexei, who was very much interested in UFOs and extraterrestrials. And again, he still works for the KGB and he is very much interested. So Lev heard a number of stories from Alexei, and one of them was the following: that during the service in the KGB forces, in the radio technology units, Alexei found out about a report that was overheard, that came from a Soviet scientific research ship. This report described gigantic, unidentified submersible objects exactly near the Antarctic. This is very important because they were given coordinates that show the area, and they also mentioned Antarctica. What was described were cylinders, cone-shaped objects, spherical structures, of course, obviously of unnatural origin, and they were of, again, gigantic size, 100 to 200 to 300 meters. All of the objects were lurking about the oceanic waters. They had enormous velocities and they had lights around their bodies. The ship that produced this report was most likely a hydrological research vessel. It had a number of descriptive details for the objects, for the velocities, for different depths of the ocean, temperature, salt content, various coordinates, various directions for the movement of the objects underwater. The whole report was about 1.5 meters on the teletype paper. There was no beginning and no end. And the year when the report came to the KGB's attention was in 1985. So this was very interesting in itself. But Lev Novoselsky mentions more details, and I'm interested if I receive them from Alexei, that a number of the UFO proponents believe that Soviet and American special forces had contacts with the aliens back in 14 and 50s, but all this is kept under great secrecy. I mentioned in my book something about 1953, a report that I received a long time ago from the former Soviet Union about the 1953 meeting between the Americans, Soviets, and a few other intelligence services about this. But until there is further confirmation, it's all hearsay. Lev Novoselsky does mention something interesting that I have not heard specifically before. That when the Soviet forces were on the, captured Germany in 1945, they found special documents, very interesting documents about the preparations for a base in the Antarctic. So in December of 1945-1946, before the Americans, 2 Soviet submarines had left Vladivostok to go to Antarctica. All that is known is that they were basically under fire from unknown forces, unknown adversary, but they did come back to the base. This is a very interesting story. This is an incredible story, and I hope to find out more in the future. But for those who do want to learn what Philip and I have collected in our research, I suggest Russia's USO files and my other articles. And I will bring more information about the Russian Antarctica. Thank you.